Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight. Let me fix this pillow. What the heck happened to it? I don't know what's going on. Why is it being lazy today? Okay, with my opinion on Married at First Sight, season 15, episode 9 is titled "Are You Going to Gaslight Me?" And it's only titled that way because something Kristen said to Mitch. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we see Morgan and Ben at the gym. They're working out early in the morning. We see Lindy and Miguel. Miguel made Lindy an omelet. Looks good, looks delicious. We see Nate and Stasha cooking together. We see Kristen and Mitch walking Luna. This is Mitch's first time walking a dog. Then we see Stasha giving Nate a gift, and it's a shirt. It looks too small, but he claims it fits. We see Alexis and Justin doing a face mask together, and I guess they made up because they seem happy, because last episode they were fussing and fighting and everything else. Okay, so the first couple is Morgan and Ben. This is kind of long, so I'm going to try to go fast. It's going to take up a lot of space on my phone. Okay, so we see Morgan and Ben. They are on a date at a mermaid school, and they put on fins and they get in the water and they're playing and they're having a good time. And I love that Ben did it, because a lot of men would probably be like, I'm not doing that. But he did it. He seemed like he was having a good time, having lots of fun. Next, we see them at their apartment and they're eating. And they have champagne in an envelope from the experts. So Morgan asks Ben if he has ever been in love. That's the question that was on the envelope, or in the envelope, whatever. So Morgan asked Ben if he's ever been in love, and Ben said no. Morgan said she's been in love, and Morgan said she was in love in her last relationship, and it was genuine, and they showed up for each other every day, and they made it work. But she said it was the right person at the wrong time. Ben told Morgan about a girl in college he called the one that got away. Then Ben brought up the backstabbing incident. He said, well, not a backstabbing incident. He brought up the way he came at her about her finances and not having a relationship with her father. And he said it was his insecurities and that it was his insecurities that he brought up, the finances and the family thing. He said, growing up in an Asian home, you are loved for what you achieve, not for the person that you are. Not for the person that you are. And that hit the nail right on the head, because I said that last episode. I said that he didn't see her as a person. He didn't see her as the kind, sweet, thoughtful, considerate person who went out of her way to get him a cupcake for his birthday because he wasn't able to celebrate it with his friends and family like he normally would. He didn't see that person. All he could see was the fact that she had student loans and she didn't get along with her father, and judging her off of that. He didn't see what was in her heart. He's just seen the surface stuff, So Ben told Morgan that he feels like he is not enough for his family. And that's sad. He told her that he never got satisfaction from his father. And in a way, he has daddy issues like she does. And I'm glad that he opened up to her. Maybe she can forgive him now. Morgan told him that she really appreciated him for telling her this and for figuring it out on his own. She told him that she felt like she was never going to meet his standards. And I said that. I said that last episode. I said Ben think that Morgan is beneath him. I felt that she never met his standards. because he had this attitude towards her finances and her father. Ben told her that she is enough for him. She is enough and he is enough as well. He said not everybody in the Asian culture will like him for not being a doctor. Anyway, Morgan is happy, and I really hope that she can, move forward. I'm disappointed, though, that she didn't get up and give him a hug. And I hope she's not going to hold this on against him anymore. So the next scene, we see Ben fixing food. He's seasoning some raw meat, and they call it Korean barbecue. And they sit down, and she comes in from work, and they sit down and cook. They cook the meat on this small portable stove, and then the smoke alarm goes off, so they have to stop and open up all the windows. Then they sat down to eat, and Ben brings up opening up to her. He brings up her referring to him as a people pleaser, and he explained why he's a people pleaser. And Morgan relates to him that she tells him that cutting her father off was what helped her to stop being a people pleaser. And she told him that she'd help him, to stop being a people pleaser. And she told him that he needs to look at the accomplishments that he's made in life and be proud of himself. And that was the end of Ben and Morgan. You know what? I think Ben and Noi would have been a better couple. I think Ben would want somebody cute and thin and feminine. But Morgan is more, she's not as feminine. She likes Muay Thai. She likes to kick people in the teeth. I don't think that's Ben's type, She's too hard. She needs to be softer. She needs to be more feminine. I think Noi would have been a better match with Ben. Anyway, next couple, Mitch and Kristen. Mitch and Kristen and Luna are home. Mitch is cooking and Luna is humping her bed. Anyway, they talk about their job, and Mitch is training someone. At his job, he's training someone, and Kristen wants to eventually be an entrepreneur. She tells Mitch that she eventually wants to be an entrepreneur. She tells Mitch that after they have babies, she wants to flip houses. And for some reason, Kristen wants a huge reaction from Mitch. And he told her that it's great that she wants to flip houses. But he's just saying that. And she doesn't seem happy with his reaction. I guess she wants him to jump up and down and do a backflip. I don't know what she wants from this man. Kristen is very controlling. Last episode when she told him that she took her mother on a destination wedding and he said it was weird, she got upset with him and he had to apologize to her for that. Now he's giving her the reaction she wants with her wanting to flip houses, and she's not happy. She wants him to react a way she wants him to react. She needs to let that man be who he is. But Mitch let her know that when you flip old houses into new houses, the house becomes too expensive and only rich people can afford them. My mouth is, I'm not going to say it's hurting, but it feels very uncomfortable because my teeth are constantly moving with these braces. And for some reason today, it's extremely uncomfortable. So I'm probably talking weird. Just to let you know. Okay? So when people flip houses and make their houses beautiful and gorgeous, only rich people can afford the houses. And the poor people are ass out. And I think that's a good job. Mitch needs to express the way he's feeling because Kristen don't ever allow him to express how he's feeling. When she had told him about the destination wedding and how it was canceled and she took her mother and he said that was weird, she's like, it's not weird. To him, it's weird. He's never heard of no shit like that. And to him, it's weird. Let him express how he's feeling. He had to apologize to her for that, for saying it's weird. Let the man express himself. So then the doorbell rings, and it's the expert to drop off champagne and in an envelope. The next scene, we see Kristen and Mitch in their apartment eating. Kristen asks Mitch if he really thinks that he has never been in love before. That's the question they need to ask. That's the question that was in the envelope that they need to ask. Mitch told her that he has been in love, but he has loved, but he didn't know if he's ever been in love. Kristen told him that she falls in love quickly, and the last 2 times it ended very badly. Mitch told her that he is scared of that happening to him because it happened to his parents and they got a divorce. She asked him if married life is better than single life, and he said yes, and she agreed. Mitch told her that he wants to be in love and have that love return and have a great family. Well, Mitch, that's the American dream. Everybody wants love and everybody wants a family. Well, most everybody. That's the American dream. Mitch told her that he can see them making the marriage work. And Kristen agreed. Then she brings up his response when she told him about flipping houses. And Mitch apologizes again. He's always apologizing to her for how he feels. He apologizes again, like he did the last episode. Kristen, she's controlling. She wants him to act the way she wants him to act. She wants him to be a robot. He can't have his own feelings. He can't have his own thoughts. He can't express his own thoughts to her. Because if he expresses his thoughts and she doesn't agree with them, she wants him to apologize and to agree with her. What kind of shit is that? Mitch and Kristen, they go to karaoke. They go to karaoke. They go to do karaoke. And Mitch freestyles in rapping. He did pretty well. I can't rap. I know a whole bunch of people that can't rap. Then they sit down to eat fried chicken, and Mitch brings up the flipping houses. Again, he brings up, after they're trying to enjoy themselves and have a good time, and he brings up the flipping of the houses. I guess he decides, I'm going to express how I freaking feel, and I don't care. And he should. He's a grown man. He's a human being. You don't have to agree with everything Kristen says. So Mitch told her that house flippers are predators to him. And he even threw out the words unethical and immoral. That's how he feels. It's insulting to her because that's what she wants to do, but that's how the man feels. Kristen told him that she would be purchasing a house with her own money and make it better for someone else to live in. That's how you feel. That's how he feels. She told him that she supports him in his dreams and she needs him to support her. Mitch told her that he is just trying to speak up for the fact that things aren't fair. Kristen told him that the world is not fair. They start to argue, and Mitch said that talk is cheap. He told her that he does not want her to comfort him because she was trying to comfort him and explain to him that I'm not taking anything away from the poor people, blah, 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 blah. And he told her, I don't need your comfort. Kristen said to him that all she wants is to have a normal evening. And they should. He's the one that brought it up. They were having a good time until he brought up flipping the houses, but he decided that, hey, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm tired of apologizing to her for how I feel, So Mitch told her that he doesn't want her to think that something is wrong with him because of the way he feels. And they start to argue again. And I am totally over them. I think Mitch and Kristen are a bad match. Mitch needs to be with someone who is environmentally safe as he is or conscious as he is. That's who he needs to be with, not someone like Kristen. Because they're constantly going to bump heads. Next scene, they go to the beach to clean it up. I appreciate that because I love the beach and I love to be at a clean beach. I do not want to be at a dirty beach. Then they have a picnic on the beach and they talked about the karaoke debacle again. They're beating a dead horse to death. Kristen told him not to take what she says and manipulate it into something negative, or else she will start to resent him. Now look who's being manipulative. She's manipulating him. She's saying, don't be negative about what I want to do or I'm going to start resenting you. I hate when people give people ultimatum. If you do this, then I'm going to do that. If you do something to hurt my feelings, then I'm going to do something to hurt your feelings. That's manipulative. All she had to do was say, when you said what you said, it hurt my feelings. That's all she had to say. Don't retaliate and say, if you hurt my feelings, I'm going to have to hurt your feelings. I'm going to do something else to hurt your feelings. Don't do that. That's manipulative, Kristen. Basically, what she's saying is, if you think that I'm a bad person, then I'm going to start hating you. Basically, that's what she's saying. She is very controlling. Whenever he voices his opinion, she gets upset and he apologizes. That's what usually, that's their cycle. Like I said, Mitch needs someone who's environmentally conscious like he is. Him and Kristen, not going to work. Mitch told her that he appreciated her, and she told him to show it more. You see how that works? He can't express his own opinions. She told him that the old Mitch was creeping up and she had to put him back down. So that tells me that she is trying to control him and mold him into who she wants him to be. She said the old Mitch. What do you mean the old Mitch? That's the way he is. That's him. That's who he is. The old Mitch. You've only known him for 3 weeks. What are you talking about, the old Mitch? Damn. Well, that's not cool. And I'm not down with it. Kristen needs to go on another weird honeymoon with her mother and leave Mitch the hell alone. That's what she needs to do. Next up, Stasha and Nate. They also received champagne and an envelope. And it states that they need to discuss what it would take for them to fall in love. I'm going to answer the question. What it takes for me to fall in love? The person would have to be, I would have to have someone who's loyal, honest, and who can communicate. And someone who's laid back. I need someone who's loyal to me. You have to be loyal to me. You can't talk shit about me behind my back. You can't sit there and allow other people to talk shit about me behind my back. You can't cheat on me. You have to be loyal to me. You have to be honest. Do not lie to me. If you lie to me, I will never ever believe another word you say. You can't lie. We have to communicate. We have to know what's going on in each other's life, what each other is doing. We can't keep secrets from each other. And I like a laid back person. I can't stand an uptight person who's always uptight. You know, I need a nice laid back person who takes things as it go and solve problems and don't get upset easily. I need a nice laid back person. That's what I need. You know, that's the type of person I can fall in love with. Anyway, Stasha asks Nate how much does he like her on a scale from 1 to 10. I don't think she said like. She said how much, did she say like? How much does he like her on a scale from 1 to 10? Yeah, okay, let's say that's what she said. He said a 4. Stasha thought Nate would say 8 out of 10. Not no 4 out of 10. Nate told her 4 out of 10 or 40 out of 100. And Stasha is not happy. She's actually shocked. I'm shocked too. She asked him from 40 to 100, how can she get to 100? Nate told her with time. And I agree with him, because he needs to get to know her, to fall in love with her, or to start liking her more, to see if he can like her more, or to see if he's going to fall in love with her. You know, she's the type of person he can fall in love with. The more they are together, the more she will get to 100. But I thought it would be an 8 out of 10. I real, because she took his last name. She's moving him into her house. She bought him a gift, a too tight t-shirt or a shirt. She's not bad looking. She makes more than twice what he makes. And she's allowing him liberties with her body. So I think I thought she would be more than a 4, maybe a 6. He said 4. Stasha told him that from 0 to 10, her love for him is an 8. An 8? I don't know why. Why is Nate an 8? I think Nate is a 3. Check it out. The reason I think Nate is a 3, this is me thinking, not what Stasha is thinking. This is what I am thinking. I think he should have been a 3, and this is why I think he should have been 3. He should have been a 3 because of his hairstyle. That hairstyle is hideous. And I think he should be a 3 because his feet are hideous. His feet look like he's been kicking boulders. He should have been a 3 because of the way he treated the stripper. He should have been a 3 because that female friend of hers, I know he's having sex with her, or he was having sex with her. Why invite her to your wedding? Yeah, he should get a 3 for that. And I think he's a 3 because he's not as, I don't think he's as successful as he's trying to make out to be. I don't think he's as financially successful as he's trying to make out to be. I really don't. I think he's a 3 because he refused to open up to Stasha. I think he's a 3 because on a honeymoon when they were doing that ATV and ride, he was impatient, rude, and selfish towards her. I think he's a 3 because he screamed like a little bitch when he saw the bug. And she had to kill the bug for him. That's why I think he's a, you know what? I changed my mind. I think he's a 2. All of that just made me realize, you know what? He's a 2. You can't kill a bug. You screamed like a little bitch when you saw the bug. Yeah, you should be a 2. When Stasha told him that he is an 8, for her, he told her that he feels like an asshole. He said, damn, now I feel like an asshole. So he tries to get close to her, maybe to hug her. And she was like, oh, no, you stay over there. Don't come over here. She's pissed. She said, I'm a 4, so what are you coming over here for? Then she told him, she said, I do want you to be honest. So, you saying a 4, at least you're being honest. Then she tells him that PC, Pastor Cal, said love is a commitment, not a feeling. She told Nate that he is not a robot, Nate told her that he's not a robot, and he can't tell her that his feelings for her is a 10 out of a 10. Stasha told him that she was not expecting 10 out of 10, but she was also not expecting 40 out of 100. Me either, Stasha. I wasn't expecting you to be that low on the scale, girlfriend. He told her that the more comfortable he gets around her, the more the number will rise. And I think by now they're in the apartment. I didn't say that, but they were at a poolside when he told her she was a 4, and then they moved to the apartment when they start asking her these questions. She asked him when was the last time he was in love. And Nate told her the last time he was in love, he was in school. I can't remember if they were in the pool still or at the apartment. Yeah, he told her the last time he was in love, he was in high school. But that's not love, Nate. That's infatuation. Okay? Nate told her that he was not in love as a grown-up. Nate told the camera that he is not going to rush and fall in love with Stasha. He's going to take his time, which he should. So Stasha asked him, what would it take? She asked him what would keep him from falling in love with her. And he said, not a lot. He said he wants a best friend. He wants her to know his favorite candy bar. He told her that they are only in 3 weeks. It's only been 3 weeks since they've known each other. And he hasn't even taken her on a date yet, and he hasn't even seen her drunk yet. So that he needs to get to know her first before he can fall in love with her. Or see if she's the type of person he can fall in love with. And that's reasonable to me. Stasha told him that it is not like she needs to know what? Yeah, she said it's not like she needs to know that he loves her before decision day, or that it's an absolute no. She's saying that it's not like you need to say I love you before decision day, but yes, you really have to say I love you before decision day, is what she said. Stasha is losing her friggin' mind because she is now a 4 on his scale and she thought she was higher. Okay, so now they go to the apartment. All of this happened at the poolside. Now they're in the apartment and Stasha tells Nate that PC, Pastor Cal, wants them to set goals. So Nate tells Stasha again that he has to fully get to know her before he can fall in love with her. Nate told her that he wants to understand her soul. He wants to know her vision is. He wants to know what her vision is. He wants to know what family means to her. So Stasha asks Nate if he is making the choice. And up now I don't know what the hell Stasha is talking about. But Nate says, of course. I don't think he understands what the hell she's talking about either. So he says, of course. Then she asks him, what is he making the choice to do? I don't know what the hell Stasha is talking about. Anyway, Nate told her that he is making the choice to be married to her. But he's already married to her. They went to the altar and he said, I do. They're already married. What do you mean you're making a choice to say I do? There's a gnat in here. She's making a choice to say I'll do. I've been here all day, no gnat. As soon as I start filming, a gnat. See how that works? Anyway, I'm going to kill him soon, so ain't gonna worry about that. Yeah, they're already married. So what is he making? He said he's making a choice to be married to her. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Then Stasha said, what about commitment or love? And I think she's trying to force Nate into saying he loves her. Because PC said love is a choice, now she wants him to choose to say I love you. Nate told her that he wouldn't be talking about kids if he was not committed to their relationship. Nate told her that love is not just one thing. It's a whole bunch of things together, you know. He told her he's agreeing to go to therapy, so that should let her know that he's serious about the relationship, right? And he's agreeing to move into her house. That should let her know that he's... here he is. The gnat sees this light, so the gnat is attracted to the light. It sees my ring light, and it's attracted to my ring light. So that's why it's buzzing around my lights. Bastard. Anyway, yeah, he's saying, I am agreeing to go into therapy. That's making it, I'm trying to agree. He's agreed to everything she said. She said, go to therapy. He says yes. She said, move into my house. He says yes. Anything she says, he agrees to. And he's saying, that should show that I'm trying. I'm committed to you. I'm committed to this relationship. And then he says, I'm talking to you about having kids. That should show that I'm committed to this relationship. But me, I think he's doing good. And I don't even like Nate, but I'm liking him now because at least he's not lying to her. Because he could easily say that I love you to shut her up. He could easily say that to shut her up. But he's sticking to his guns. You're a 4 right now. And maybe next week you'll be a 6 or a 7. But I need to get to know you first before you can move up on the scale. He's being honest with her. And I like the fact that he's being honest with her because he can easily lie to her. And he's not just telling her what she wants to hear. He's being true to himself. Stasha told him that she can't have someone move in with her and have joint accounts that don't love her. See, now this Stasha. All these women on this show is controlling, except for Morgan. Well, Morgan is controlling too. But let me tell you about this Stasha. We found out that she was building a new house, and she asked him to move into this house on the honeymoon when they were all sitting around the table. When she was sitting around the table with all the other couples. This was what day? Maybe day 7 or 8 that she asked him to move in, and he hadn't said I love you. And now she's saying you can't move in unless you tell me you love me. We can't share joint accounts. I don't know when they discussed this, but this was prior. And he hasn't said I love you yet. So now she's telling me, you can't move in with me and you can't have a joint account with me if you don't tell me you love me. She is being manipulative. I'm going to scratch that. She's being a bully. I think she's being a bully. She's trying to bully this man into saying I love you. Or to move her up on the scale to a 6 or a 7 or even an 8. Stasha, that's not good. I don't like that. She's trying to force this man to say I love you. But Nate is pissed. He is pissed. Because weeks ago, on the honeymoon, she said she's building this brand new house and she asked him to move in. And now she's telling him, if you don't say I love you, you can't move in with me. And Nate is pissed, and I would be pissed too. He said, I don't know what to say anymore. We are going around and around in circles. So then he starts to cook. And Stasha asks him if this is their first argument and does he feel attacked. Why would she ask him if he feels attacked? Where did that come from? She asked him if he feels attacked. Why did you ask him that? Because she knew she was attacking him. She knew she was being, whatever she was doing and whatever she was saying to him was wrong. She asked him if he feels attacked. Where did the word attack come from? Why did she pull that word out of the blue? Stasha, that's not good. Nate told her that he does not feel attacked, but he does feel like she is manipulating him, and it's exactly what she's doing. She's manipulating him / bullying him into saying I love you or moving her up on the scale from a 4 to an 8 or something. I agree with Nate. And Stasha, that's something I don't want to do because I don't like Nate. I don't want to agree with him, but I agree with him. I don't like him, but I have to agree with what he's saying. You know? Stasha told him that it doesn't feel good that he thinks that she's trying to manipulate him. But that's what you're doing. You're telling him, if you don't tell me you love me, you can't move in with me. If you don't tell me you love me, we can't share joint accounts. When you already decided that you already asked him to move in with you. You already discussed a joint account, and he hadn't told you he loved you. And now you're telling him he can't do none of that if he doesn't tell you. You're being manipulative. A manipulative / bullying. And then she's telling him too, if you don't tell me you love me, it's a no for me on decision day. She told him that too. She's manipulating him. She wants him to be the puppet that she can pull on a string. And for a while, he was doing that. But he's like, hey, you know what? I'm done. I've had enough. He's letting her know, I've had enough. At some point, I got to be a man, and I got to put my foot down and let you know that I'm not feeling this shit. And I'm glad that he's doing that. Because he was looking real suspect to me. He was just agreeing with everything she's saying. It made me look like he's a fortune hunter because she makes so much money. He's just going to ride her coattail and agree with everything she wants. But now he's putting his foot down, and I'm starting to have a little bit more respect for him. A little bit more respect for him because I still can't get out of my head what he did with the stripper or did to the stripper. I didn't like the way he treated her at all. She's still a human being. So what? She takes her clothes off for a living. So what? She shakes her ass in front of guys for a living. She's still a human being. Okay? Anywho, where was I? Okay. Bullying is the definition of bullying is trying to force someone who is less fortunate than you to do something against their will. He's less fortunate than her because she's making a hell of a lot more money than he is. So he's less fortunate than her. And she's trying to force him to do something that against his will. He says that you are a 4 on the scale. Don't ask questions you don't want to hear the answer to. Don't do that. Because he could have said a 3 instead of a 4. So next we see Stasha and Nate in a cooking class. And it looked like they cooked salmon, rice, and asparagus, and then they had a salad on the side. And Stasha brings up the disagreement. They sit down to eat, and she brings up the disagreement. Nate told her that she was playing games, and he didn't like it. Yeah, she's playing games because now you're telling me you can't move into my house unless you tell me you move me up on the scale or unless you tell me I love you. You can't. I'm gonna say no on decision day unless I hear I love you. We're not gonna share an account unless I hear I love you. You know. So yeah, she said you're playing games. You're playing with me. And Stasha told him that him saying that she was being manipulative was attacking her character. She loved to use the word attack. Now she throws the word attack again in there. She said, you telling me I was being manipulative was attacking my character. Well, guess what, girl? Your character is a manipulator because that's exactly what you were doing, okay? She asked him if he was going to lash out when he gets upset. He didn't lash out. How did he lash out? All he did was let her know that you're manipulating me. And you were. You were manipulating. He didn't lash out. He told you exactly what you were doing. Then he basically tells her that she's hard-headed. She's not hard-headed. She's stubborn. Same thing, I guess. I think Nate is over Stasha. I think he's over her. I think the little tiny bit of respect he had for her is gone. No longer exists. And that's what she gets for being a nag. Sasha tells the camera that she is upset and she is trying to keep everything inside because right now she's on 10. Why is she on 10? Because he told her she was hard-headed? Because he won't move you up on the scale from a 4 to an 8? Why are you on 10? Nate told her that he was in a relationship and he kept kept getting ultimatums thrown at him. Then Stasha told him that she's at a 4. She said, well, I'm at a 4, so I don't know why she threw that in, but she said, I'm at a 4, so what do you want from me? Nate told her that if he didn't have feelings for her, she would be at a 0. Exactly. At least you're at a 4. You could be at a 0. You could be at a 1, 2, 3. At least you're at a 4. It could be worse, Stasha. At least you're at a 4. Nate asked her if she is afraid of him not being in love with her, and she said yes. And Nate asked her, then why didn't you just say that? Then she says, it's a choice to say, I love you. Well, Stasha, it's also a lie if he says, I love you. How about that? She says it's a choice to say, I love you. If he says, I love you right now, guess what it is, Stasha? It's a lie. You'd rather hear a lie? That's why I say love is not a choice. Love is a feeling. So I don't know where PC gets this from. Love is a choice. Love is a feeling. It's something you feel. I feel love for this person. I'm in love with this person because you feel you want this person with you at all times. You feel good when you're with this person. You enjoy being with this person. It's a feeling. It's not a choice. You don't pick somebody out of the crowd and say, I'm going to fall in love with that guy. Or I'm going to fall in love with that girl. It's not a choice. It's a feeling. Anywho, Nate tells her that he really likes her and he wants her to believe in him and believe in them with 100% and have faith. Stasha is disappointed. Stasha said to the camera that Nate telling her to have more faith is bullshit. And she said she's going to keep challenging him. At the table, she kept her mouth shut because she knew he was pissed at her, and they cheers to faith. But I think the more she pushes him, the more he's going to retreat and start disliking her. But I'm telling you, I agree with him. I am glad that he's not lying to her. He's telling her how he feels. On a scale from 1 to 10, right now, after 3 weeks, you're at a 4. What's wrong with that? They've only known each other for 3 weeks. He tells her, I really like you, and I have to get to know you before I can love you. And I agree with that. He doesn't know who this damn woman is, but she wants I love you, or she wants to be 4 on his scale of 1 to 10. I mean, she wants to be 8 on a scale from 1 to 10, and he's an 8 on her scale. I don't understand how he's an 8. But anywho, we're done with them for now. Next up is Alexis and Justin. I cannot stand Alexis. I really can't. We see Alexis in the apartment. She's choking on hookah, while Justin opens up the bottle of champagne that the experts sent to them. And she asks him the question, has he ever been in love before? And she is calling him baby, so I guess they made up. I guess she's not mad at him anymore for him telling her that she loves drama. Anyway, Justin told her that he thought he was in love once, but he wasn't. She asked him that what made him think he was and he wasn't in love. Justin told her that he would have done anything for the girl, and at age 20, he lost his virginity to her. He said he wanted to wait until he got married, but he lost his virginity to this woman that he thought he loved. And when he said he lost his virginity at age 20, Alexis said, late bloomer. Not everybody lose their virginity as a teenager, Alexis. Some people wait until after they're done with high school and meet, mature, and get into a little bit more of a mature relationship, Alexis. Justin said he was trying to wait until he got married to lose his virginity, but he thought he was in love, so he gave it up to the person he thought he loved. He said, but our relationship was about benefits, and she dogged him. He said he did everything she wanted him to do, even if he didn't like it. Justin said he thought that if he did everything she wanted, she would love him. So Alexis asked him about love from family members. Justin told her that his father was in and out of his life, and he would try to please his father in order to get his father's love. She told him that when she falls in love, it's hard for her to fall out of love. But I don't understand. She claims she's a runner. In relationships, she'll leave instantly. But then now she's saying that when she falls in love for a long time. Which is it, Alexis? Do you run in and out of relationships as soon as they're going bad? Or do you fall in love and you stay in love for forever? Or I don't understand. She's saying two different things here. And I think she told him that she loved him, but she wasn't in love with him. My TV messes up sometimes. Then she brings up the argument in the candy store. And I'm surprised she didn't bring up the fact that he lied to her about Newton vomiting blood and him being vague. She told him that she wants things to be like it was on the honeymoon. Well, Alexis, honeymoons don't last forever. That's why they're called honeymoons. Okay? Grow up. You want everything to be like it was on a honeymoon. That's not life. That's not life. Justin told her that he deserved a chance to work back to the way it was on the honeymoon. And she agrees. I don't know how the hell he's going to do that unless he got a time machine. She's another controlling heifer. So we have 3 controlling heifers right now. We have Kristen, Stasha, Alexis. Next scene, Alexis met Justin at the beach. He has flowers for her, which is nice. Then he set up a picnic for her. He had set up a picnic for her, which is really nice. She asked him how did he picture himself as a husband. And Justin said being supportive and a great listener. And Alexis said, is that it? And he said, yeah. He said, if you want me to make something up, I will. Justin is starting to get in her. He is starting to speak up for himself and stop with the damn crying and the sniveling and trying to please her. Justin is now, he's being Justin. And that's exactly what he should do. He should be himself. And I see her personality backing down a bit. Now that he's voicing how he is and how he feels, I see her personality backing down a bit. Because he was like, yeah, that's it. He says, what he saw himself being as a husband is supportive and a great listener. She goes, that's it? He goes, yeah, that's it. But I can make something up if you want me to. What the hell do you want from him? You asked him a question and he gave you an answer. Just because it's not the answer you want, another Kristen. Because she doesn't get the reaction she wants, she, have him apologize to her. They want a certain answer to a certain question. She asked him what's the difference between dating and being married. And Justin told her that the difference between dating and being married is that when you're married you don't have a way out. The hell is he talking about? That's why we have the word called divorce. You do have a way out. See, when you're just dating, you can just get up and walk the hell out. But when you're married, you can get the hell up and walk out too and go to the courthouse and file some papers. I mean, it's a little harder if you have kids and property together. But hey, there's a way out. You can leave. If you're married, you can leave. I did it twice. Hey, you can leave if you're married. You have to stay with that person forever and have them torture you and treat you like crap and be miserable for the rest of your life. No, you ain't happy, leave. Get a divorce. That's why we have divorces. Yeah. Then Alexis asked him if they were not married and just dating, if he would still want to date her. And he said, I think so. I'm glad he didn't say yeah. He said, I think so. I'm glad he didn't say yes. Justin is telling it how it is. He's not sugarcoating shit for her no more. He started Alexis. He started half off. So he asked her the same question, and she said no. If we were dating, I'd be out. She called herself a runner. She said she's a track star. Okay, bye, track star. Yeah, she said she'd be gone because he lied to her about Newton vomiting blood. That's enough of them. Next up is Miguel and Lindy. I'm going to turn on the fan, and my hair's going to be blowing all over the place, but I don't care because I'm hot. And I'm going to take a sip of my Baileys. This thing is strong, but it's good. This Baileys is so strong, but it's so good. All right, next up is Miguel and Lindy. Miguel met up with a friend that was at the housewarming party, and the friend told Miguel that Lindy turned them off. They were turned off by Lindy when she emotionally told them that Miguel won't put her on his insurance until she changed her last name to his. And then he called Lindy a wet blanket. Miguel told his friend that it turned him off too. And he started questioning who he married. The friend asked Miguel if Lindy is past the point of being Jekyll and Hyde. Wow, that friend is really he's very judgmental. You can tell he does not like Lindy. I think maybe he's jealous that Miguel now has a wife, and not in a gay way. Nothing wrong with being gay, but I think he's jealous that Miguel has doesn't have enough time for him or time for the friendship anymore. But I think the guy's married. I think it's all a wedding ring on his hand, but for some reason he seemed jealous of Lindy's time with Miguel to me. I don't know why. He seems like negative towards Lindy. Even last episode he was talking shit like, so how would she be with our friends? He was asking that question. You know, like he wanted Miguel to say, oh, she ain't into us. She's not gonna like the activities that we do. You know, he just seemed like he does not like Lindy, and he wants to break up the marriage. He just doesn't seem, like Lindy is gonna be part of their group. He doesn't even want Lindy to be part of their group. That's how it seems to me. So both Miguel and his friends, they're talking shit about Lindy. They say she's a wet blanket. She's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. She's giving red flags. And this guy clearly hates Lindy's guts. And as Lindy's husband, Miguel should not allow anyone to talk badly about her, whether or not it's true. See, I like a loyal man. That's not loyalty, Miguel. Even if it's true, he said, talk about her good qualities, saying, okay, yeah, that happened, but she's still a sweet person. I still enjoy being with her. I'm still glad I married her. Say something nice about her. Don't let this man sit there and talk shit about your wife and you join in. What kind of shit is that? That's not loyalty, and you could not be married to me, Miguel. Okay, so the next scene, Lindy and Miguel are in their apartment. Miguel is telling Lindy that her cat is conspiring to kill him. Miguel is just too dramatic. Cats are the best. I'm a cat person. Cats are the best. I love cats. All of them. Okay? Lindy told him that the cat is afraid of him. And if I was that cat, I'd be afraid of him too. Him running around here with that freaky looking, ugly looking bear costume. I'd be scared too. If I was the cat. So they open up the champagne, and Lindy read the question on the card from the expert. The question is, what does it take for you to fall in love? Miguel's answer, I think Miguel's answer should be sex, because that episode when he was trying to convince her to have sex with him, saying that if you have sex with me, I'll feel closer to you. Oops. So his answer should be sex. But instead he said time, which I agree with. Time will let me know. Getting to know you more will let me know, how I feel. Can I fall in love with her? Or, do I love her? How do I feel about her? It takes time. They've only known each other for 3 weeks. So Lindy agrees that, yeah, it takes time for them to fall in love. Lindy said, in time you see the bad, the good, and the ugly, but will still stick around. Miguel said he would not stick around seeing the bad. Me either, Miguel. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. The bad and the ugly always outweighs the good to me. Miguel told Lindy that if he was with someone and they started acting crazy, he would say this is not for him and goodbye. I don't blame him. He told her that he does not want to be in a toxic relationship. I agree. I don't either, Miguel. What kind of fun is that, you know? I wouldn't want to be in no toxic relationship either. Lindy told Miguel that she hopes he supports her when she is emotionally distraught. I would not be able to support that shit. Lindy is an adult. She needs to learn to control herself. What you mean she's going to be emotionally distraught? No, you're an adult, heifer. Control yourself. Miguel told her, if I were to cheat on you, how many times would you forgive me? Now, why did he go to the cheating? You know? Why is his mind at the cheating? Does he want to cheat already? It's only been 3 weeks. Damn, Miguel. But Lady told him, I don't know how many times I will allow you to cheat on me. Basically, that's what she said. I know how many times I will allow somebody to cheat on me. Let me see. How about never? Never. Never. Lindy told him that they need to fix things on the spur of the moment. Like if something pops up, fix it right then and there. Lindy told the camera, true love is seeing someone at their worst, but still choosing to love them. But Lindy, some worse is too much to handle. Some worse is just not good. It's just too much for somebody to handle. Miguel says he does not want to be taken advantage of, so he is cautious when it comes to forgiving and forgetting. Miguel asks Lindy how does she know if someone is right for her. And Lindy told him that if she is 90% happy in a relationship, 90% of the time in a relationship, then that person is right for her. And I agree with that. 90% of happiness is high enough for me to stay in a relationship. Next, the couples meet up. The couples are meeting up. And all the wives, they got their husbands the exact same shirt. To play a little joke on them. I think it's a cute little joke. Mitch refuses to wear the shirt, so Kristen takes him into the bathroom and explains to him that it's a joke between the wives. Mitch still does not want to wear the shirt. He doesn't want to wear it because of the little tiny buttons. Well, pop off the little buttons then, Miguel. We call him Mitch. Anyway, he ends up wearing the shirt for only a little while. After he changed his shirt, he explained to the group that when you buy someone a shirt, that's forcing them to wear something that they may not want to wear. Kristen told the group that's true because a lot of I love my grandma to death. Love her, adore her. My mother's mother, she died. Not recently, a couple of years ago she died. No, she died before the pandemic. So about 4 years ago she died. And she used to buy me shirts. And I didn't like them. But that was so sweet and so thoughtful. So I used to pretend like I liked the shirts. But I wouldn't wear the shirts. But they were ugly. But the thought got my heart. But I didn't like the shirts. I would put them on for her. But I wouldn't wear them. I didn't like them. They were ugly. Love my grandma. Adore her. But those shirts were ugly. And I felt pressured to wear the shirts. So I can understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. And I understand that he said he doesn't want to be forced to wear something. I mean, when I was in school in Jamaica, we wore uniforms. When I got into the Brownie, I wore a Brownie uniform. When I went to the military, I wore a uniform. Now that I'm out of the military, I'm not a Brownie anymore, I'm not in Jamaica anymore, I ain't got to wear no uniforms. I wear whatever the hell I want to wear, and I love it. So I can understand what he's saying. He doesn't want to be forced to wear something that he doesn't want to wear. You know? But damn, bitch, it was just a shirt. Put it on and shut up. So Kristen told the group that the only reason she got him to wear the shirt was she had to reveal the joke to him. Mitch told the camera that his whole life he was forced to do things and it was triggering him. What? I wonder what he was forced to do. Go to school, take a bath, brush your teeth, or maybe it was something worse than that. What was he forced to do that he didn't like? That's triggering him now. So a sex therapist showed up. Her name is Dr. Pia, I think her name is. And they talked about what it feels like to be hurt. Justin said when he is hurt, he feels betrayed, but he has developed a tough skin and he is prepared for the hurt. Justin also said that he does not bring trauma into his new relationship, and Alexis and the expert doesn't agree with that. And he said Alexis doesn't know him that well, so she can't speak about his feelings. So she brought up a time when he brought his past into their relationship, and he tells everyone that she doesn't understand him. The expert told Justin that he needs to be understood, or else he won't feel safe. The expert told him to keep talking until he is understood. So Alexis and Justin agreed to that. There's a lot of things Alexis wanted to say. She was making all kinds of faces, and she wanted to talk. She wanted to get her feelings out, or express her feelings so badly. But Justin used up all the time. Justin is coming out of his shell, and he's showing Alexis the real Justin, and I'm glad. The expert asked Mitch and Kristen what about their relationship, what got them emotional in their relationship, and Kristen talked about the shirt incident, and Mitch told the expert that he does not want other people controlling what he wears. The expert asked him how do they compromise. He did compromise. He put the shirt on, but then for a little while he put the shirt on for the joke, and then he took it off. He did compromise. So she's asking him how did he compromise. That expert, she didn't know what to say. So Mitch told the expert that if he compromised too much, he is not going to be true to himself, and he's going to and that's making him be a pushover, and that's not him. The expert asked Kristen if she feels like she is losing herself in the relationship, and she said yes. What? I don't understand why Kristen feels like she is losing herself in a relationship when she controls just about everything Mitch says and does. And he's always apologizing to her for how he feels, or, for what he's thinking. He's always apologizing to her. So how does she feel like she's losing herself? He's the one losing himself. Last episode, she was saying how amazing it was to be married to Mitch, and she saw them married for years to come. And now she's saying it's a struggle being married to him. It switched just like that. The expert told them that they needed to figure how to come together and balance their relationship. Next, the expert asked Morgan what's been going on, and they're going on with them emotionally. And Morgan said it started out bad, humiliated, and disrespectful. She needs to stop saying that now. We're talking about the here and the now. But she said it started out being bad, humiliated, and disrespectful, but it's getting better. They are opening up to each other, and they're having fun with each other. The expert asked Morgan what will make the relationship better. And Morgan said if Ben compliments her. Why would he compliment her? When have she ever looked good? She never ever looked good. She's not feminine. He would be, and I don't think he's attracted to her physically either. I think the person he would have been more attracted to would have been Noi. Noi's feminine, she's cute, she's little, she's more of a feminine type, go-lucky, happy girl. And he wouldn't be bitchy about cleaning up like Steve was. I think Noi would have been better for Ben. Because Morgan is not feminine. She likes to kick people in the teeth. She likes to do Muay Thai and kick people in the teeth and play video games. She's not feminine, and I've never ever seen her look nice. The only time I saw her look nice was on her wedding day. I've never seen her look good for him to give her a compliment. She said he needs to compliment her. Girl, bye. Lindy told the expert that she wants Miguel to see. No, where am I? Okay, Morgan and Ben. Yes, she wants Ben to compliment her. Next is Lindy. Lindy told the expert that she wants Miguel to see her crazy emotional side. Miguel told them that he got a taste of it, and he shut that shit down. Those were his words, not mine. He said, I shut that shit down. He said he didn't like that. Lindy said she can't be her crazy self because she does not know if Miguel will still like her. Miguel said they need time. Time for what? For her to show you her crazy side, and then for you to say, oh, hell no. Is that what you need time for? Oh, well. Next, Stasha said in the marriage, she feels lonely, vulnerable, isolated, abandoned, and sad. Then she tells the expert that Nate is not sharing his feelings and being vulnerable. Nate is pissed. The look on his face says it all. He's pissed. He said that's her opinion, and he is making steps to show her that he's trying to get deeper. And he said he signed up for therapy, and that shows that he's trying. Nate says that Stasha says to Stasha, how else am I to prove that I'm all in? Nate told Stasha that if she doesn't start believing in him, he is going to give up. Stasha said that then he said that he is disappointed, and then she starts to cry. Then she says, I don't want him to give up on the marriage, but how long is she going to have to wait for him to catch up to her? So just because you have him on a scale of 8, he's got to be on a scale from 1 to 10. You have him on an 8. You have to be on his scale at 8 also. She wants him to feel what she's feeling. She wants him to do what she's doing. That's not how life works, Stasha. I thought you were a mature, intelligent woman. I guess not. Stasha is very controlling. She wants what she wants, and she's not backing down. But I am proud that Nate is not saying I love you just because she wants him to, or he's not moving his number up on the scale because she wants him to. He's actually being honest on how he's feeling. And I'm proud of that. Next, Nate and Stasha, we see them in their apartment. They're sitting on the couch and they're talking, and Nate tells her that he's pissed. He tells her that he is irritated and disconnected. He said he's putting in effort, and he is disappointed that she is not recognizing it. He told her that his feelings are hurt because of all the things she said. He told her that she told him that she needs to see action because words mean nothing to her, and he's showing her action, and it still means nothing to her. So what does she want him to do? Stasha told him that what she said to the expert was background to what they had been through before. And Nate is not allowing her to use that as an excuse. Nate told her that, no, you said, I feel like blah, 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 blah. You didn't say I felt, blah, 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 blah. You said I feel, so you were talking in the present. Nate is on it. He told her, you don't believe in me, and I told you that was important to me. He told her that if she does not believe in him, then it's not going to work out. And poor Stasha, she thought she was in control of the relationship, but Nate has now taken control. Stasha told him that I believe that you are making an effort by moving in with me and by going to therapy. Nate said, but, because he knew a but was coming. He could hear the but coming in her voice. Stasha said, but that's in the future. Right now, she wants him to communicate and open up to her so they can have an emotional connection. Nate said to her, well, you've gotten your emotional connection. Are you happy now? Because he's pissed. That's his emotional connection. Then she said, I feel like your emotion is an attack. She loved to use the word attack. This is the 3rd time now that she's used the word attacked. In her confessional, Stasha said Nate is overreacting to something small, and it's scary. I don't think he's overreacting, and I don't think it's small. She told everybody that she felt lonely, vulnerable, isolated, abandoned, and sad. Then she started to cry. They're thinking, what kind of horrible person is Nate? That's what they're thinking. But when the other couples were talking to the expert, Nate and Stasha were hugged up with each other. They had their arms around each other. And then when the expert got to them, she threw him under the bus. If I was Nate, I'd be pissed too. I think she is pissed because he told her that his feelings for her was only a 4. From 1 to 10 was only a 4. Nate told her that he does not understand where she is coming from because he does not believe her. He told her he told her that he is not the problem, she is. And then he gets up and walk off. And that's what she get for being manipulative. Next up, Ben and Morgan. We see a clip of them in the apartment, and Ben is asking Morgan about Thursday. And she's telling him that we'll figure it out. And then she tells him that Alexis told her everything. And Ben said, about what? And Morgan walks away. And Ben is calling her, asking her, what did Alexis tell her? He's like, what are you talking about? Then he said, can we talk about it? Then Ben said, oh my God. Then it looked like he walked into the spare bedroom to go to bed. So then we see Morgan talking to the camera, and she said that Alexis came to her and told her that Ben has been going behind her back telling lies to other people. Then she said she has a lot to say to Ben tomorrow. Tomorrow? What about now? I want to know now. Do it now. But that was the end of the episode, and this is the end of my review. I will be back next week with another review. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you so very much for watching. Yeah, I'll be back next week with another review. I cannot wait to hear what Morgan has to say. Thank you for watching. Bye.